Welcome back to more Dead to Rights resurgence, whatever you want to call it. And we're
gonna let you go if you talk to us. We swear.
sorry.
They'll let you go if you talk to them.
It's just. Listen, I don't know if you're getting your demands. Like I said this last part. I don't think you're getting your demands across when you're not even picking up the phone.
Well, you know, in his counter argument, he is picking up a lot of their, I think he's probably trying to grab their guns for evidence. You got to make sure you got to grab the guns for evidence and, put them in baggies and make sure to not get Well, you're just grabbing it. Well, you have fingerless gloves. You're putting your prints all over. I have no argument. Everything I said, throw that out the window.
Oh my! Did you hear what Jack?
How did you said get on the ground and then you felt him in the face?
Jack, you didn't even give him a chance to comply. So,
You have the right to remain silent.
Jack, you don't.
Have a nice trip.
Well, I guess he will be silent once he lands that fall. It just might be permanent.
Oh, hold on. She's stuck. We have to actually get her unstuck.
Probably traumatized after what you just did.
So I should mention this part. I should have mentioned in the first part. We kind of got, distracted by, ball biting and shit. Also, I hate snipers. The way that I learned about this game was actually through another channel called Slow Beef. And he did a playthrough of both this and the original Dead to Rights. And that's how I learned about this game. I love his playthrough. If I accidentally reference it, I'm sorry for the people who are listening. But I tried my best to not listen to that while playing this. So if I happen to say something...
So the question is, what did you listen to while playing this?
It's the sound of several guards and, union members crying for their lives.
I have not heard a single one of them cry for their lives. Most of I heard is the bullet impact and screams.
You didn't hear one of them? LAPD down on the ground, and then he just gets shot in the face.
There was still no sign of SWAT. I started to wonder if the Union...
I guess you just wanted to replace a few of his teeth with some lead ones.
And keep him busy.
I just want to point out as well the fact that I just want to point out the fact too that like we did not need to escort her to the elevator. Like, we could have just took her card and just went...
Whoever Riggs was...
The sad part is it probably would have been safer for her, too.
Yeah.
He knew I was listening.
I think you're more of a... just as much as a threat to her existence being near her as, the enemies are. Or the union workers. I should rephrase. How did they not hear that open?
Shit, what a mess.
You did it, officer. And now we have friendly NPCs.
Not mad with the decision that they chose to go here, but really confused that they didn't grab a gun.
That thing is turning, and the guy just laid on it flat. Who is going to see this where it says union rules and fucking lying pig? Alright, we're going to capture the building. And while we get our guns and ready to defend the building, you're gonna go around and spray paint, we shot that guy in the nuts.
Look, we're already 2 for 2, getting people in the junk is just now part of the theme. If there is a single episode that we do where there is not someone getting injured in the balls, I'm gonna be disappointed.
have the right to remain silent.
Again, you didn't give him a choice.
The thing is, too, he's also saying that to their corpse, so they can't even hear him.
Now where shall we go?
Well, I guess at least they're complying at that point.
Fuck off.
No, you didn't hear the guard right there saying, "What happened to reading me my rights?" And then Jack just responds by saying, "Fuck off."
I mean, to be fair, at this point, he's not a police officer, so... But if I were them, I'd be really confused. It's like, who is this guy?
If
He's
this
not
is
even
how the
wearing a uniform.
if this is how the police treat people, no wonder the union's fighting back.
I guess they kind of have to. All right, so my question is that door bulletproof? Because like he could have just shot you through it. That would have been my decision.
I think it is bulletproof, considering the fact that, oh my god.
Oh lord.
So those takedowns, by the way, I like to imagine that Jack has the power to summon people to his pain dimension, where he is God and he likes to deliver upon sweet pain. Because everyone disappears when he does that. Also, look, here's a comically oversized badge, police badge. Those are the those are the collectibles.
Point, you're not wearing a uniform, so I'd imagine if you're a police officer and everybody else around you are also, like, not around here obviously, but like everybody else is police officers, based off of what you're wearing, you would need something comically large to denote where you are working. Otherwise, you look like a normal person.
Listen, that badge is almost the size of a normal shield, but I don't think that's what they meant by shielded badge.
I mean, to be fair, like, I've learned by this game that all union workers wear sleeveless shirts and have, like, military vests.
Who's taking care of those plants? I never noticed it before, but they have just these random plants underneath this glass. I'm sorry for cutting you off. It's just...
No, you're fine.
You see, who's taking care of these?
Maybe
like, I'm sorry, I have to move the couch. I have to, oh, shit, we didn't save people here. Well, we didn't save your coworker. We didn't save your coworker, but,
okay, maybe I lied. I didn't see that other one. Two out of 4. That's still good odds.
Listen, just put like one of the bags and body armors over them, and just tell them they're an enemy combatant.
No, you see the problem with that is they don't have tattoos. That's also another key thing.
See, you would have been protected if you would have been protected if you just paid your union dues.
I don't know what they're trying to get at here, because like at this point, like you're already wanted. So if they paid the union dues, like you're already criminals. You can't go back to work.
This game was created by Jeff Bezos, by the way.
You know what? That makes all the more sense.
Shut the fuck up!
That is a Wilhelm. That is a Wilhelm.
I didn't add that. I swear to God, I didn't add that.
You have the right to remain silent.
Yeah, mind you, at this point, remember when he said it was pretty barbaric for they're throwing people off of buildings?
Yeah, I mean, you are clearly, what you're doing is actually the polar opposite. You are just kicking people to take them down. They just so happen to fly off the edge, and I think that's because of their lack of balance. Obviously, OSHA did not do a good job making these railings safe. I may have stretched the truth a little bit there, but I tried.
I just want to point out that these... Yeah, that might be a ninja.
So the union is either hiring ninjas or they are just naturally have ninjas in the union.
We're part of the union workers for Slate Slate City Ninjas.
Like, I don't know how you didn't see that coming. You did that on purpose.
He was halfway there. I
can't even pretend that one was an accident.
If he
Saw
didn't,
the opportunity and was just like, he's got to go over the edge.
if he didn't want to fall off the building, he should have spoke up.
Well, yeah, I mean, 3 rounds to the noggin kind of prevented that.
You have the
Man.
right to remain silent.
I hope this union has good health insurance.
I know they don't have good education because that guy clearly ran up to a dude who was already pointing a gun at him and just did nothing. He's like, I'm gonna punch that dude, and just ran up. It's okay because apparently
Why are you fuckers still fighting?
because you're shooting them, Jack. You're
Yeah. I can definitely see where you're talking about the lack of education, because that one guy earlier was trying to shoot over the wall. His head so clearly in view.
They have grenades. Oh no, here comes another fat dude
Oh god.
who took, I think, like 20 bullets to the head and still survived.
Look, he just spinach. I'm not gonna lie, I'm just waiting for another one to get kicked off the ledge.
Your wish is granted.
Fuck off!
I'm just imagining that, like, the police officers are like, all right, which one do we handle? The psychotic union or the murderous rampage man that is going through the entire tower? Dude, I was standing right next to you. How did you miss?
Clearly that was, you know, because they don't have good health insurance, he couldn't afford to get glasses or eye surgery. So, you know, you gotta give him credit. He tried. Okay, that guy didn't even do anything. He looked at you shoot the guy and was debating on if he was gonna run or not.
We're a good police officer.
I'm surprised you didn't scream. You had the right to remain silent before you shot him.
And make sure that that last silent is just screamed. Like, you have the right to remain, and then bolt as loud as you can, silent.
Okay, someone down below is gonna
Rings
die
looking
from that.
in the air. Gunship wasn't union. He wasn't union. But the union were the only lead I had left.
Oh, what tells you that that gunship right there is not from the Union? Oh,
Backup arrived too late to do anything more.
With
useful
how many
than
people
mop up
you've
the
taken
mess.
out, why didn't you just shoot them?
yeah. We can tell that none of these people are from the teachers' union because of the education.
Oh my god, could you imagine if this was the teachers' union?
Oh my god. The music teacher finally is just had enough of budget cuts and
Well,
yeah.
I guess they're gonna be playing the final note then.
You're right.
But,
In the next part, later everybody.
why?